Now then people, it's Joe, Leeds TV. I've just got back from Wigan away. It's been quite a long day as you can expect. I live in Sunderland, so I've just about got back. But yeah, what a day, great day out, great performance. We won away, you know, we won coming from behind. Wigan were unbeaten at home. So yeah, great stuff. You know, some big teams have gone there and failed to win. You know, they beat West Brom. They beat a few others there, drew against Swansea, you know, unbeaten in 7 I think they were until we've rolled into town. It was a great day, great atmosphere, 5,000 Leeds fans there. You know, I was pretty disappointed in the Wigan support, but it is only a small town, and when they're not doing so well, you know, not many are going to go, I suspect. When I say not doing so well, I mean Championship football, but I mean, because when they were in the Prem, to be fair, they didn't have massive crowds, did they? So you can expect the lower down the divisions they go. I bet in League One it was a lot worse than what it is now. But yeah, anyways, enough about that. I just want to begin anyway. I said I'd do it. I just want to shout out Gary's young'un, Oliver. Just being born, first game today, watching with his dad. Gary was absolutely buzzing. Good luck charm, and we've got to win. You know, my little boy's due. So, you know, I've got 2 little girls, so I can only imagine having that little boy watching the football with, you know, someone to go to the games with. So congrats, Gary, to you, and buzzing for Oliver's first game win. So yeah, like I said, you know, I've made a few notes as per. You know, I made some on my phone while I was at the game. You know, Wigan were a decent side, I thought. You know, they had quite a few key personnel out. Obviously, Will Grigg wasn't playing, and Nick Powell, and they're big players for them. So yeah, I mean, they were missing key personnel. And I thought they had a go, do you know what I mean? They didn't have many opportunities. They didn't offer much, but I'd much prefer to play Wigan, who's going to actually, you know, have a try at times. You know, we've been to some places and played teams at Ellen Road that just sit back and don't want to have a go. And I thought at times Wigan did try to have a go. I was impressed by the full-back. A few of the coloured lads, to be fair. I think the full-back it was who scored the goal. I'm not too sure with the dreadlocks. But yeah, I thought they were a decent outfit. I think they'll stay in the division easy peasy, especially with the home form that they've got. You know, like I say, and fair play to Paul Cook as well, their manager. He's a top manager, and I know in his post-match after the game, he said some positive things about Leeds. You know, he just said, look, they were better quality on the day, and I think even Bielsa had come out and said good things about the staff there, and obviously the Whelans are leaving and all that jazz, so it was quite a big day for them. But you know, I'm glad we got the win. I mean, on to us. I thought, you know, the guy Mop, the Mop KP was class again. Just cutting everything up, winning it all the time, playing nice balls out, always available. I just love Calvin Phillips, man. Big shout out to Dallas as well. You know, I said before the Forest game, he's not a fullback. Bielsa knows better than all of us. I mean, he had a solid game. I know LUFC data have come out and said on Twitter, I think he had the most touches, the most tackles, second highest passing accuracy. So it just shows you there how good of a game Stewie Dallas has had, and he didn't put a foot wrong all game. I mean, Roof, 3 from 3, doesn't matter how they come, he scored a goal. You know, it was a mistake by their keeper, but listen, we've won 2-1 and he's there, and that's the sign of a good striker. He's always in the right positions. You know, what surprises me about Roof, he's quite slight, but he's so good at putting his body, the right shape, the right move. I remember when we had Chris Wood, right? Like, if I compare him, Chris Wood always knew whereabouts to put his body to win as a free kick. If you compare that with Lasogga, for example, Lasogga was a good finisher, but he didn't know how to put his body. He was always giving away free kicks as opposed to winning them, and that's what I mean about the shape of the body and stuff. Roof's exactly like that. I'm not saying he plays like Wood, but in terms of his movement and his body and the way he shapes his body to ensure that he wins the ball. I mean, they're 2 centre backs. One of them, the black fella, was a beefcake, and he was winning the ball, you know, at times and putting his body in the right way and winning himself free kicks. I just thought he ran the line quality again, Roof, and buzzing for him that, you know, that he got a goal. And as I say, it's deceptive just how strong that lad is. You know, on the defence again, Barry Douglas was back. Absolutely quality today was Barry Douglas. I mean, that ball that he played through to Click for our first goal, You know, it was an epic goal. Click just ran off the back of Darren Gibson, left him for dead. Scum. And lovely composed, you know, in the box, played it across straight to Pablo, bang, 1-1. Yes, we've won after conceding, but I do think we got it so early that it wasn't like we conceded. I mean, 9 minutes it was ones apiece. For me, yes, we've won from behind, but I still think we need to test ourselves when there's that long period, you know. Let's say we have 20-30 minutes behind, whether or not we can impose our style and come back and win 2-3-1, you know what I mean? Because I think Bielsa had said so himself, their goal didn't have that much of an effect because we equalised almost straight away, do you know what I mean? But I thought the backline had a good game. Cooper was a bit shaky at times. There was a fella behind me. Every time Cooper touched the ball, he fucking had a go. I think sometimes, like I say, he's a bit of a scapegoat. He was a bit suspect today at times, but overall, I thought the whole backline, Dallas, Douglas, Janssen, Cooper, Phillips just in front, they all had a top game. The only one I will question, and I've been talking to Oscar about this on the way home, is Bailey Peacock-Farrell. I question his goalkeeping ability. When I say goalkeeping ability, I mean shot stopping, decision making, that sort of stuff, pulling off saves. You know, his distribution for me is good. It was a little bit shaky today at times. Sometimes it was poor, but I think overall his distribution is good. When he does smash it out of his left foot and he finds, you know, players out on the wing, it'll either be Douglas or Dallas or Pablo Alioski. I thought some of them were a bit wayward today. But overall, I think his distribution's quality. That's just my opinion. You guys might disagree. I guess I'm opening this up to see what you guys think, because I know Oscar disagrees with me and we don't agree on Bailey. The one thing I will say is, for me, he doesn't get tested enough. And I dare say, if Bailey Peacock-Farrell was tested a lot, i.e. we weren't doing so well and we were getting battered a lot, let's say, I think he concedes goals. I think he concedes a lot of goals, if I'm being totally honest. I go back to that little montage of when he was at York. He was fucking poor, and I think of the Birmingham goal, poor. The Derby goal, Lawrence, poor. The free kick today, that shouldn't be going in. Yes, it's a good free kick, but for me, he's too far over. If you're going to say to someone, right, I'm going to stand right over here, you're basically saying, have a go, because I've got it covered. But then you're that far off that you haven't fucking got it covered, do you know what I mean? So that's the one worry for me with Bailey. I think if he gets tested all the time, I think we concede a lot of goals, personally. That's what you guys might agree, disagree. I think Oscar said another poor game. I don't think he had a poor game, but another, like, let's say he makes another mistake that Blackman should be in. Not for me. I think he's done enough to be the number one. I do question it, though. Long term, is he that good of a prospect? You guys might disagree. Like I say, just let us know in the comments. But like I say, for me, his distribution was quality. Moving on, I mean, Adam Forshaw. I think Adam Forshaw was quality today. There was a few misplaced touches. Both him and Click, I think, both had a few misplaced touches today. But I think the one thing that Forshaw does offer instead of Saiz is his range of passing. I remember when we signed him, I think one of my pals who was a Borough fan had said, they've never seen a player pass it sideways as much. As soon as he gets the ball, he passes it sideways. It's negative, yeah? For me, it shows today in the last game that he was asked to do that by Karanka, for example, because for Leeds, that's not what he's about. He gets that ball, he protects it, again, uses his body, his range of passing is class. He can play it, you know, slow, close or long, low or long, or any type of passing, man. Drilled, over the top. I just think his range of passing is epic. You could see in that first half we were getting so much joy down that left hand side with Alioski and Douglas. Click would get the ball, he'd have a look for Forshaw. It was like he was looking for Forshaw every time. It like they'd work on it, they'd give it a Forshaw and Forshaw just ping it straight across. We were getting so much success on that left hand side, and you know, I think we should have been out of sight really in terms of how much possession and how much of the ball we had in that first half. I do think when we scored the second, it was so early. We sort of like let Wigan into the game a little bit. But listen, we're top of the league. Like I say, it was such a fun day out. I thought the Leeds fans were epic today. You know, there was the lad who had the drum for Wigan, and some of the chants were so funny, man. You'll be able to see it on Tasha's video later on that we'll be putting out of the away fans as per. Make sure you watch that, because there was some top quality chanting today from the Leeds fans. As per, tongue in cheek, funny, man. We've got a sense of humour, man. It's good. But I mean, the best moment for me, the best moment in that whole game was when Wigan had that counter attack. They had a counter attack. He was through, and out of nowhere came all these like a sea of white, all these white shirts, and it ended up being one Wigan player, one in blue, and 7 white shirts from a counter, and it just shows you. And even Pontus Jansson, the Janssonator, has come out on Twitter, and he said this is what epitomises this team for him, is the fact that, you know, he said, like, last season, he even said himself, last season, there'd have been like, oh, that's for you to get, that's for you to get, it's not my man, it's your man. This time, they ended up being 7 players. Watch that back, you'll see it. I think it's on the highlights, there's bits on Pontus's Twitter, on my Twitter, you know, one Wigan player, and then all of a sudden this sea of white. And that's the best moment for me. It just shows the drive and determination, and how much Bielsa has instilled a sense of pride into this Leeds squad. That win today was a massive win, because the teams around us lost, yeah, you know, so Middlesbrough drew, West Brom lost at Hull, a few have dripped away, and then out of nowhere came Derby and Norwich, and Norwich are top of the table, and I'm thinking, right, okay, we need to win to stamp like a dominance, you know, and we have to go to West Brom and we have to win there. We need to put together a few good results now. You know, we had a mint start to the season, that first 5 games, won 4, you know, drew 1. We need that sort of run again, because we have faltered of late. But I see that win today as a bit of a turning point. You know, the Forest one's frustrating. You know, you look back at results and you think, right, okay, yeah, and the run of play, but we battered Forest. We should have had more out of the game. If we don't win today, it's a similar sort of story. But we got, and although their keeper did us a favour, but oh yeah, and shout out to Shackleton. I thought Shackleton did really well when he came on and could have scored. He was very unlucky. But again, guys, some of the stuff, I go back to the defence. Yeah, sorry, I'll go back to the defence. Watching it as a fan, it's heart-in-mouth moments at times when they pass that ball around at the back. And they're bound to make mistakes. And when they do make mistakes, we can every single one of us, this is what we need to remember, is every single one of us, there will be a time when they make a mistake. And there'll be an opportunity during that passage of play where they could have hoofed it. But what we need to realise is, when they play them passes, yes, they are going to make mistakes. There might be one where they make a mistake and we concede. You go, you should have got rid. But ultimately, you have to just calm, and you have to just take your time with it, because when it comes off, it's unreal. And the amount of times it goes out at the back and straight onto an attack, it's much better than just getting that ball and fucking hoofing it every time. So, you know, and I, as a fan, recognise and know that, yes, it's heart in mouth moments, and when it does come off, when they've played them little intricate passes and everyone's roaring, everyone's clapping, because it's such a good feeling as a fan to watch your team go out and do stuff like that and be able to change defence into attack so quick. You know, the way it was going, Douglas, Pontus, Cooper, KP, and then out, and then we were away. I don't want us to go back to them dark days of fucking Lee Peltier, Jason Pearce just hoofing it long ball. Them sort of games, I remember, it was horrid. So, you know, guys, just be patient, man, and we are going to make mistakes. But some of that defending today at the back, the way they passed it out, was unreal. And that's that's what I enjoy so much. It was so enjoyable today. And seeing them 7 lads, you know, just crowding the way, I don't even know the players. It was just immense to see. I wish I could see the players, because I bet some of the players that were even back there have no right to be back there. Do you know what I mean? And that's the best moment of that game for me, is just the pride and how much. And look at Pontus after the game, as per, giving it all this, man. It means so much to that lad, you know, and it means so much to us as fans, man. And, you know, we just got to go up, man. That's how I feel, and I genuinely feel that this could be our time. You know, Bielsa's not going to be about forever. 1, 2 seasons maybe. And we need to get out of this division. He's really building something that's going to be around. Like, you know, he's building sort of a dynasty that, yeah, he's not going to be about, but it's changed our whole ethos now. And any manager that comes in future is going to come in and must have that style of play that Bielsa's going to play. And that's what it's going to be about now. And, you know, and it's going to be for the likes of Oliver, Gary's son. And I like for Harry, when he comes along, that they're going to be able to see this now. Because I genuinely feel that it's the start of something. You know, it's a win away at Wigan, but it just feels so good, man, to be a Leeds fan. Like I say, and that crowd today was class. We're all one, man. All Leeds our way, and yeah, it was just a top performance again, man. Sorry, I'm not all animated and that, guys. I'm just a little bit tired today, but all in all, it was a great day out. You know, we 3 points on the road after coming from behind. First time this season, beat a team that were undefeated at home. I always feared when they scored first, especially in the manner that they scored, because it's a fucking mistake, man. Regardless, you know, whatever you think, it's a mistake. Good free kick, but Bailey shouldn't be getting beat if he's offering that much up of his goal. Rightly so, they're going to put it in. You know what I mean? He offered far too much of that goal. But for us to come straight back, that's what felt good. Straight back, it was quality by Click, as I say. Darren Gibson got left for dead by Click. Scum. And, you know, it was just lovely weighted pass across to Pablo, just popped in the back. And obviously Roof just on fire, innit? Forget Will Grigg. It's all about the Roof, man. And, you know, I read today on the way down that Premier Leagues are sniffing round him. And I can see why. I think Palace were mentioned. Southampton were mentioned, who've got dicked 6-1 by City. And there is that worry because he has no affinity towards Leeds. You know, he's a West Brom. He came up at West Brom, much like Tyler. But I just hope the club do the right thing and get the chequebook out and get him signed on a contract, because that lad is the boy. The Roof is on fire. But guys, thank you very much. I'm going straight to bed now because I'm knackered. It's been a pleasure as always. Make sure you head over to YouTube. And you're already on YouTube. Make sure you watch Oscar's post-match. Conor's, don't know where he is. He's down under somewhere. Maybe he's gone missing. Fingers crossed he hasn't, because we need to get his post-match out. And as per, leave your comments, guys, and you know, and we'll look forward to Monday Night Football, and I'll see you all then. Bright and bushy-tailed on Monday. But, guys, enjoy your evening now. Enjoy work. We're back top of the table. Yeah, we're Leeds United. We're top of the league. We're top of the league. We're top of the league. We're Leeds United. We're top of the league.